we're going to do a color clamp and collar install on this Vario Infinite Dropper Post. The tools you're going to need are a pick, a T25 Torx key, and a torque wrench that can achieve 2 Newton meters with a T25 bit. We're going to start by removing the clamp assembly with your T25 key. Remove the clamp nuts from the old assembly, get them in the new assembly. Now we're going to remove the T25 bolt that holds the upper assembly to the lower assembly and the cartridge. This bolt is tightened to 2 Newton meters and it should not require much force to remove. There is a small washer under the bolt that you do not want to lose. There is the washer. Once you've removed the top bolt, we're going to unthread the collar. The collar is just hand tightened, and you should not need a strap wrench or any other tools to remove it. Slide the collar up, and now you'll be able to remove the upper assembly from the lower assembly of the seat post. We're now going to remove the lower bushing. The lower bushing is split, so find the split and gently remove it from the slot. Next, we are going to remove the brass keys. Use your pick to remove the brass keys. And be careful not to scratch the seat post. Slide the upper bushing off of the tube. Slide the old collar off of the tube. And now we're ready to install the new colored collars and clamp assembly. Use a small amount of grease on the seal. Take care to not fold the seal over as you are installing it over that lower lip of the upper tube. Collar is on. Next, we're going to install the upper bushing. Then we're going to put the brass keys back in place. Note the button on the brass keys that interfaces with the hole in the upper tube. The button should face inwards. Hold the keys in place and replace the lower bushing. There are 2 small tabs on the lower bushing that should face towards the bottom of the seat post and sit in small grooves in the upper tube that align with the brass keys. It's important that this lower bushing is seating correctly when you reinstall the upper tube. I'm going to use a little bit of grease on the brass keys and the lower bushing. Now we're going to reinstall the upper tube into the lower tube assembly. You're going to want to reinstall it so that the laser etching on the lower tube assembly will face the back of the bicycle. You'll notice there are 2 small arrows laser etched in either side of the upper tube that show where the brass keys align. Push it so it bottoms out. Slide the upper bushing into place. Note that there are small lobes on the upper bushing that need to interface correctly with the lobes machined into the upper tube. Once those are lined up, slide the upper collar down, tighten it into place, hand tight. Next, we're going to replace the T25 bolt and washer. And we're going to torque it to 2 Newton meters using your torque wrench. Finally, we're going to install the upper clamp assembly. Note that there is a forward position that this needs to get installed in. There are arrows in the lower clamp that will show which direction should be forward facing. Now we have everything installed, and you're ready to reinstall your saddle and reinstall the seat post in your bike.